Just 24 hours ago, just to put things in perspective, it was an entire team that was bundled out for 92. 24 hours later, in the first 10 overs, the men in pink have reached 94. Fair to say that as we review it on Cricbuzz Comm Box, that they've made a pretty decent start. Harsha, just 24 hours after that 92, we're talking about a team halfway to their 20 overs at 94 for 2.
And what I like is that they've gone about it at a certain pace. They were 9.5 runs and over at the end of the power play. They're still 9.5 runs and over. They keep hitting the balls in spaces. I've been mighty impressed with Yashasvi Jaiswal. There's something about these left-handed openers. I don't know. It's almost as if it's mandatory. Every team must have a left-handed opener. I mean, you've seen Devdutt Padikkal, you've seen Venkatesh Iyer. Now we're saying Yashasvi Jaiswal. I thought Evan Lewis chanced his arm a little bit. Just so much confidence, he can get away with it. But what is Adil Rashid thinking? One of the premier leg spinners in T20 cricket. And he's coming thinking, ye kaun bacha aa gaya mere samne? And Yashasvi Jaiswal has hit him for a couple of sixes, not let him settle, 2 overs 21. And I think their strength was they played the extra bowling option with a batsman short. They desperately need to get into this Rajasthan batting quickly because Tewatia can slog, Morris can slog, maybe Riyan Parag. I'm not sure how much with Mahipal Lomror, but if they desperately need to get into the wickets because otherwise they'll struggle with their shortish lineup.
What would be your quick report card on Evan Lewis's innings? We just talked about at the start of the show that he is a 100-man. Would that have been the plan for him to bat deep with Yashasvi Jaiswal going aggressive? So therefore he's not quite been up to the mark, or has he done the job?
No, just keep going because they bat deep, Rajasthan. So just keep going. If it came off, it came off. I mean, how good was that 6 straight down early on of Ishan Porel? He just went through with the shot as if to say, look, it doesn't really matter where you pitch it. And then swiveling very quickly off the back foot to 1. But I think the eye-catching shots have come from Yashasvi Jaiswal, whether it's of Shami, whether it's of Rashid. He's got them off good bowlers. The one experiment with Deepak Hooda didn't work. I'm a little worried for Punjab. They've got to get 3 overs out of Hooda and Fabian Allen down at the back. And for some reason, they seem to think that while the left-hander is on, we can't bowl Allen. But there's left-handers to come. There's Lomror to come. There's Tewatia to come. And they finished Porel. So Shami is clearly going to bowl sort of 16 and 19 maybe, or 17 and 20. They've kept Arshdeep back. So they need to get their next bowler in like now. I know I sound like an ad, but like now.
Fair enough, but yeah, it's a short list of bowlers. I know when Deepak Chahar starts picking wickets up front, there's a temptation to keep him going. But there have been about 4 bowlers in the history of the tournament who have bowled, including Shivam Mavi, who have bowled out. So I think it's just a matter of throwing them in the deep end and knowing that they're not part of your death plans.
And I think it's using them to their strengths. Maybe just things. Look, Porel's playing his first game. He was expensive first. He came back. He took a wicket. Maybe I can get him to get his confidence back. Give him one more. By the way, the bowler I was missing was not Fabian Allen but Harpreet Brar, who's come on in the 11th over. So maybe that's what he thought with Ishan Porel. But they really need wickets because this could well end up being a 190 score if they've not got wickets quickly.
Yes, over number 12.
And what happened? Didn't Comm Box take wickets in the past?
Yeah, it's not happened. Well, yesterday was an anomaly because wickets were falling irrespective every couple of minutes.
Correct.
But we'll see how it goes. The tradition has not started yet, Harsha. Just like Joy and his tough quiz questions, we are having Comm Boxes having a dry spell. But a quick word on Liam Livingstone. Again, a lot expected of him. That battle with Adil Rashid, he was playing it a little carefully. So first impressions here, never mind what he's done before.
Look, he's played a game or 2 before, but whether it's Adil Rashid, whether it's Evan Lewis, whether it's Liam Livingstone, they're coming out of the area, the environment they're familiar with. So it will take them a little bit of time. Luckily for them, it's not 30,000 people in the stands screaming with every ball coming. But it does take time. You know what? Everybody's watching. So I think it's a good test for Livingstone, more than it is for Adil Rashid, who sort of was an accomplished cricketer around the world. But it's going to be a bit of a test for Livingstone because he's got this reputation as someone who's 140 balls. So if he stays in, Morris stays in, Tewatia stays in, this could be a big score. He's just hit a boundary, so maybe he's up and running.
Yeah, a boundary, and that to an unorthodox boundary just over the head of the wicketkeeper of Arshdeep Singh. So he's here to say he means business. There's Indian stroke makers and Chris Morris to come. So they'll be looking to make sure that none of our 3 predictions come true at the end, Harsha.
Never know. If a couple of wickets go down, suddenly 2 quiet overs, you never know. I mean, look, 155 happened for Chennai the other day. Anything can happen. But I just get the feeling they're headed to sort of 185, 190.
That's what it certainly looks like, and they'll want to keep the momentum going. Look out for Livingstone. Does Rahul have a trick or two up his sleeve to try and stop them? We'll see it all in the end. This is Cricbuzz Comm Box.